Now we're going to cover 3 starting positions that we'll be covering in our course: the scan position, the low ready and the high ready. We're going to be shooting from the 10-meter line, and we've got a USPSA target, and the first position, or all the positions, I'm looking to get a nice wide stance. I'm right-handed, so I'm always going to have my right leg back and my left foot forward, knees bent, okay, slightly more weight on my front foot, and then my shoulders slightly forward of hips, okay. This is going to allow me to manage the recoil of this weapon system effectively. So the first one, the scan position, typically used by the point man or entering the room in CQB, is going to have that gun up, and he's just going to be looking, scanning for any threats over the top of his sight. So, establish a good connection to the weapon system, rear of the stock fully connected to my body. Okay, support hand on my handrail here, applying pressure directly back into my shoulder, chest area, and I've got my firing hand on the pistol grip, finger straight and off the trigger. And the stock, okay, my cheek is on the stock of the weapon system. In the scan position, I'm just looking over at the target, over the top of my sights, and then on the start signal, I'm just bringing it up ever so slightly, acquiring a sight picture, and firing 1 round. Do a few reps dry. So, up, finger off. Okay, now let's go live. I'm going to start off by just firing a single round, and then we'll build it up to 2 rapid fire rounds. .44, .50, .49, .57, and .44 there. And we've got 1 round in the Charlie there. Next up, scan position again, but we're going to fire 2 rounds. .66, .64, .71. Okay, got just one round in the Charlie. That was just overdrove the gun up ever so slightly into the head area. Next position we're going to cover is the low ready. Similar to the scan position, some units around the world prefer doing a CQB in a low ready position. Some units prefer in a high ready position. We cover both. So low ready position, stock connected to my body. Okay, this time I'm going to have the muzzle down at 45 degrees. Okay, I set the pressures into the gun. Okay, and on the start signal, I'm just raising the gun up, acquiring a sight picture, cheek onto the stock, and firing a single round. .72, .74, and .62. Now I'm going to fire 2 rounds from the low ready. And here I'm aiming for 2 rounds, sub 1 second, all alphas. Little slow, well, sorry, correct, .99. One second flat. and 0.82. And I got 1 Charlie. There, my eyes just shifted off the center point, and that's what happens when you move your vision. Next position we're going to cover is the high ready. With the high ready, I have the stock underneath my arm, and my vision, my head and eyes are looking slightly over the top of my muzzle, exactly where I want to put my red dot. Slightly more difficult from a low ready or scan position because I'm having to present the gun, then clear my body armor or body and establish a good connection to my weapon system. Single round. .85. 0.82. Oh, and there, a very bad rep. I didn't manage to clear the stock from underneath my arm. Again. 0.88. 0.90. Just quickly mark these out before we do 2 rounds. Okay, this time, same again, but 2 rounds, aiming for A zones, sub 1 second. .137. 0.91. 1 more, that was 1.02. 1 second flat. Line breaker and 1 in the Charlie. And that was 1 second flat. And that's the scan position and the low ready and high ready.